Hello, how's it going? Hi guys, I'm Miss Violet and welcome to my channel. Today, I'm gonna do a comparison video just like what I've promised between the Louis Vuitton Speedy 30 in Damier Ebene and the Speedy 30 in classic monogram print. If you are new to my channel, thank you so much for tuning in. And please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. And if you are coming back and already subscribed to my channel, thank you so much. It is greatly appreciated. So let's start with the wear and tear. Let's start with the Damier Ebene. So this is the Speedy 30 Louis Vuitton Damier Ebene print. I bought this year 2015, so this is 8 years old and is still in a pretty good shape. So for the handles, it has the treated leather, and for the wear and tear, I don't have any wear and tear on the handles, even on this leather tabs, and the buttons, it hasn't oxidized yet. And this one, it was already there because apparently when I bought it, there's already like a scratches apparently when they're turning in the screw. Some of the bags, even though it's brand new, it will have this little scratch in the middle. So it hasn't oxidized yet, even here on the ring here that holds the handles together. And let's see on the other side. Same thing, I don't have any wear and tear on the handles, which is really good. Even on the brass gold hardware, there's no wear and tear. And on the zipper, let's see here, I don't have any wear and tear right here. And on the leather tab, of course, this is also treated leather. No wear and tear. Just little scratches over there on the hardware, but not bad for an 8-year-old purse. So let's see how it opens. It's still pretty good. It's still the same, like smooth as butter, which is one of the best thing about the Louis Vuitton handbags. Their zipper is really, it has a nice sound and it's different. So for the canvas is great. Of course, as you know, this does not change color, and of course it goes all around. There's no stitching here in the middle, just continuously go around, as everybody knows. Let's see the corner wear. So for the corner wear, I know there's a little, not on this side, but I know there are some, like a few wear and tear on the corners, not on this side. Let me see the other side. Right there. I think it is a little bit on the corner. In here, not much, like barely. If you can see right there. I mean, like a little discouraged. Cannot really see it on this side. Let's see on the other side. Right there. That's the wear and tear. If you can see it right there, that's the wear and tear, but only on one side. There's some scratches and it's like fading the corner, but not bad for an 8-year-old purse. I already removed the air paper on this bag, so it's kind of slouchy now, so I can do a much better review without the air paper. It's right there. Little scratches. And on this side, as I've said, there's nothing here. And the piping is great. And the leather tab on this side is still in perfect condition. It's made in the USA and it's from the year 2015, so they don't put the made in here anymore, unlike before, which I will show you in the monogram print because that one is vintage. So it will say the made in France in that purse. So the piping here is fine. And also the piping here is still in perfect condition. And the leather tab here is still okay. And there's no sagging at all on this leather tab. No color discoloration because this is treated leather. And of course with the lock, it did oxidize a little bit, but not bad for an 8-year-old purse. And I don't remove the lock on my purses, on my Speedies, because it doesn't sag on mine. Although in the Monogram it did sag just a tiny bit, which I will show you later. And then on the inside, it has the classic red interior made of cloth canvas material. And the hardware here is really beautiful. Still, it looks like brand new even, because it's on the inside and no oxidation at all. The leather tabs, the D-ring, no scratches. It's shiny for a brass gold hardware. It's pretty shiny on the inside. It looks really like brand new. Let's look on the other side. And in here is the pocket. Show you the other one. So right there, and there's my date code right there that says 2015. There's no wear and tear on this leather tab as well. And the hardware is pretty good, shiny. And let's look on the back pocket. So this is an older version, like the back pocket, of course, has no zipper in it, unlike the new ones. As I've said, the new ones have a zipper and this one does not. This is the old version, and the leather here is still very nice. It has not changed actually at all. And on the inside, this is where I put my key for the lock. Let me show you the key. It's right here. This is you get two of these. One is in my storage, and one I always bring with me every day just in case I need to lock my handbag, which I never did, but you know, just to be sure, I just put it right there inside. And in here you can put lipstick, car keys, hand sanitizer, the little ones, and masks. It still fit a good size. I don't know about the new one, if they changed the size of the back pocket, but what I know is that it has a zipper, which is very good to keep everything in place. And inside, the red interior lining is excellent condition, almost like brand new actually. I know I keep saying that, but it does. I use a purse organizer with this, so that's why it's very clean and it has not changed. Even the color is just exactly the same. So let's move now to the monogram print. So this is the classic Monogram Speedy 30 Louis Vuitton, and if you watched my previous videos, one of those videos is a review of this vintage bag, 16 years old, because I bought this from the year 2009. And when I was in the store that year 2009, when I was trying to purchase my first luxury handbag, which is this one, the Speedy 30, they also showed me their new bag, which was the Neverfull MM, and it was of the same price, same exact price. But that was the first time I saw the Neverfull, so I said no, because I was not familiar with the bag. It's the first time it came out. I've never heard of it as of that time, so I don't know if I will like it, because I was set to buying the Speedy 30. And my only regret that day was I should have bought both the Speedy 30 and the Neverfull, because the price was unbeatable. The Neverfull at the time was the classic monogram. They don't have it yet at the Damier Ebene print nor the Damier Azur. It was just the classic monogram. It was like their debut opening or something for the bag. And for comparison, let me grab the Speedy Damier Ebene. So for comparison, so these are both Speedy 30 same exact size. And the difference is, of course, this is in classic monogram with the LV logo, and this one is in the Damier Ebene print, which is the original print of Louis Vuitton way back in the year early 1900s, I believe, 1901, I think. But of course, this is the monogram that brought them luxury status. Monogram print has the vachetta leather that patinas over time, and mine, as you can see, is in perfect honey golden brown. So unlike with the Damier Ebene, it has the treated leather. This is basically waterproof, the Damier Ebene. That's why this is what I grabbed for winter, especially if it's snowing hard or if it's raining, because this one, it will get water spots, watermarks once you get caught in the rain and if it's pouring. But what I do, I use the baby wipes to even it all out once I get to the house, or I usually have a baby wipes inside my purse, so just in case it happens, I will wipe it right away to prevent the discoloration or uneven color. And of course, for the hardware, it has oxidized a little bit, especially on the clock. Let me show you in comparison. This one, it has oxidized, but not as much as this. If you can see the color difference, this is darker. They said I can use a metal polisher to clean it up, but I haven't done that. And this one, the key lock, it will say if it's made in France. Unlike this one, it will not say anything because this one is made in the USA. And it will show on the leather tab on the other side. So here, this one, as I've said, I bought from the year 2009. At that time, there's a lot of made in France purses, so I get to choose even inside the store. And they have a lot of made in France, and it will say made in France right here on the leather tab. Unlike nowadays, just this one, it will not say anything. This one is made in the USA, and then it will show on the cloth tag on the inside. Let me show you. So there's a cloth tag right there on the inside that will say made in the USA of imported materials right there. Whereas on the monogram print, let me show you, there's no cloth tag on the inside, not at all. Because if it's made in France, it will just show made in France on the leather tab here. Right here. So let's go back to the hardware. As you can see, it has oxidized the hardware here. Although the D-ring, it looks still perfect. Compared here, this one, it looks like brand new, and this is 8 years old. And then for the leather tab here, this one is flat, the old version, versus the new version, which is puffy, like this. The piping on the monogram is still great. Of course, it had patinaed, but it's still in perfect condition. I don't have a problem with. And of course, the zipper pull is made of that soft leather, raw leather on the other side compared to the Damier Ebene, which is the treated leather. This is sturdier than the classic monogram. But today, as far as I know, the new classic monogram, it comes now with a hard version of this leather, just like this one, but not treated, just in regular vachetta leather. And same with the zipper, still battery soft. And on the inside, this one has the classic brown, dark brown interior lining made of cloth canvas material. Still in perfect condition because, as I've said, I always use a purse. Although when I first bought this purse 16 years ago, there are no purse organizer at all. So I ended up creating my own like a base shaper at the bottom of this purse, because at the time, purse organizers, as far as I could remember, did not exist. And then for the corner wear, this one has no corner wear at all, which is really amazing. I am so impressed with this purse, the Speedy 30 Classic Monogram, my very first luxury handbag, because this is 16 years old and no wear and tear on the corners at all, which is just unbelievable. And this is 16 years old, and this is the 8-year-old one, which has a wear and tear, but very, very minor. I have seen a few Speedies with the same print that the red lining is showing already. So mine has not, but I think for this wear and tear is acceptable because this is already 8 years old and it only shows on this side. And as I've said regarding the sagging on this leather tab, it's just very minor for this vintage bag. And on the Damier Ebene print, there's no sagging at all. It's pretty much intact because of the treated leather. And I also want to show you the difference between sloppy look. This one is empty inside, so it's like more relaxed look, versus the one with a purse organizer. It's more structured, so it's gonna be option. A lot of people like the relaxed look of the Speedies, and some wants the structured one with a purse organizer inside. And there's also a lot of purse organizers. You can use the one that fits exactly the 30 or a smaller version. Gonna give you this relaxed look if you opted to pick the smaller sized purse organizer. So which one is better? I think you cannot go wrong with either of the two. Of course, there's still the other one, the Speedy 30 in Damier Azure, in different sizes too, 25 and 30, which I don't have. That's why it's not in this video. I have the Neverfull Damier Azure. So anyways, I don't think you can go wrong with either of the two. The difference is with the weather. If it's raining, too much raining, and it's always hot, I would suggest a Damier Ebene because this is practically like waterproof. It's not really waterproof, but I feel like it's indestructible in the rain compared to the monogram print because of this vachetta leather. But you can spray it with apple guard. This one I did not spray. This one is just natural honey golden brown. I did not spray it with anything, but my other purses I did. But this one I did not. It did acquire its honey golden brown the natural way. For example, you're in a tropical country, I would suggest getting a Damier Ebene versus the monogram print. But the good thing about the monogram print is that there's no wear and tear on this canvas. The monogram print has no wear and tear at all compared to the Damier Ebene print. They are both durable, very good quality, but the corners in most of my monograms, purses, handbags, I don't have a wear and tear compared to the Damier Ebene print, because I also have this in the Neverfull in the Damier Ebene, and it has corner wears, but my monogram, it did not. As far as I know, the monogram print is the one that brought them to a higher status in the luxury fashion world. This is the one up to this date that is very famous. If you are talking about Louis Vuitton, this is gonna be their signature logo. Although the Damier Ebene is the original print of the Louis Vuitton. This print can be used all year round, but for me, I usually grab this during the fall season because for me it screams fall because of the color and the vachetta for some reason. Whereas this one, the Damier Ebene, I always grabbed it during the winter time. And if it's summer or spring, if I need a Speedy, this is the one I grab the most, unless it's raining. And then on the inside, I know for this print, let's open it again. This just comes in red color, unless you're gonna go with the personalized ones where you can pick your color here. There's usually like a line with your initials in it, and then one of that color would be the color of your inside lining. And same thing with a classic Monogram Speedy. I think as of now they only have this dark brown interior material unless you're gonna have it personalized. The vachetta leather can get dirty so easily, so I always bring a baby wipes inside my purse, so just in case it gets dirty I will wipe it right away to keep it clean. Whereas on the Damier Ebene print, you will not see the dirt or any stains because it's treated leather, and there's no cracking in here, no cracking at all, just like with the Monogram vachetta leather. The difference between these two as well is that on the vachetta, very rare that there are crackings on the handles. Whereas on the Damier Ebene print, I've heard that some people had crackings on their handles, but me did not. The stitching is great, no problems with the stitching, even on the handles and on the piping. And on the Monogram print, the stitching here is great as well, no problems there, not even on the piping, except on the handle, because I think it's on the other side, because it got caught in my ring. If you saw my previous video, a review, it did get caught in my ring like 2 years in of using it, but it's still intact, no loose thread or anything. This bag fits a lot. It's very roomy, you can put almost everything in it, although the Neverfull fits more than this because it's an open tote, and this one has the zipper. And the good thing about this, of course, it has the zipper to keep everything safe and in place. It's not gonna fall out of your purse. For example, you're driving and it's in your passenger seat and you press the brake and everything's flying all over the place. So this one, if it flies, it's just the entire bag because it has a zipper, unless you did not zip it up. But if it's zipped up, it is more organized and more secure. It is very durable. This gives a more elegant, sophisticated look compared to the Monogram. This is more like relaxed, everyday casual. But if you're a fan of the Monogram print, then I would highly suggest to buy this. You cannot go wrong with this. It's so durable, quality is great. Only thing that changes is the vachetta leather. So this is how I use it. I use it with the Neverfull pochettes. As I've mentioned it on my past videos, I have the trifecta Neverfull plus one actually, because I also have the Neverfull in empreinte leather in the color noir. But with these Speedies, I use the Neverfull pochette. So if I'm like shopping around or in the grocery store, this is what I grab, and I put all my essentials in here. And this one is pretty heavy because I have my essentials in here right now, because it's the one I'm currently using. If I don't want to carry the bag, I'm just gonna grab this, and in here, which I already did a video on, so inside I have my phone, card case, my hand sanitizer, my car keys, and it's very handy and it matches the bag, the same print and canvases material, so it's very versatile and make it more easier to use, especially if you want to be hands-free once in a while you're using this bag. I think this is a very good investment. It is worth it in my opinion, because I know it had gone up in price so much. And if you're interested, I paid in the year 2009, I believe I paid $650 with this purse, including tax. And this one, $950 plus tax, so maybe $1,200 maybe, from the year 2015. And I know it had gone up in price, but I think it's still worth it because it's so durable and it lasts. It's still considered one of the classics of Louis Vuitton. And I know they have now the bandolier, which is also I'm a fan of, but I don't own one because I prefer the Speedy 30. The Monogram print, the thickness is different Let me open it. I already put my ear papers in here so that I can show you what it looks like if it's full. And this is how I store it to keep its shape. The thickness of this monogram print is different. There's more grain in here compared to here. You can still see the grain, almost the same, but this is softer compared to the monogram. Maybe that's why this is more prone to wear and tear compared to the monogram. And I don't see any fading on the Louis Vuitton logo and even on the flowers. And on this print, I don't see any fading. The Louis Vuitton does not fade at all. This is how it was when I bought it. Although they said it depends on the batch, more clear and more prominent. If you are not a fan of the vachetta leather, you don't like the changing of the color of the handles, I would suggest getting the Damier Ebene print because you're not gonna have a problem with that at all. It did not change at all on the colors, on the canvas, of course, except for that wear and tear a little bit, which is very minor. Also, you can use all year long. I think it is more resistant to dirt because of treated leather. Like, it will look pristine even after so many years. No changes in color. With the durability, though, they are both durable. It's just different prints, but I find the monogram print more durable when it comes to wear and tear. Except for the changing of the color, I don't see any wear and tear on the canvas at all. And this is 16 years old. I definitely recommend this Louis Vuitton Speedies. The quality is amazing. It's indestructible in a way. It's tried and tested, and I've had this for such a long time. You cannot go wrong with either of these, and it's definitely worth the money. It's so classic, an iconic type of a bag. Wear and tear on these Speedies are so minimal. It is getting dark now, so I'm gonna wrap up this video. But before that, let me show you my Neverfull in Damier Ebene. I might do a video comparison on my upcoming videos because, as I have said, I have the Neverfull trifecta in 3 different canvases. This one, the Damier Ebene print, classic monogram, and the Damier Azure. And I also have the Neverfull in Empreinte leather in the color Noir, but I might do a standalone review because it is in a different material, which is leather. So please stay tuned. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. See you again next time. Bye.